Hey everyone, real short one today. We're just going to look at what the economic problem is. We've got a few little notes to take down. Okay, this is the economic problem. This is why the study of economics exists. Human wants are unlimited, but our resources are limited. So when we say wants are unlimited, that is true. You might think, oh, look, I'll be satisfied when I have $1 million and I have this car or this house, that sort of thing. But the way we see it doesn't really play out that way. You see billionaires with $200 billion. They keep wanting more. They keep working more. They want more. They buy more companies or whatnot. Human wants are unlimited. And we've only got so many resources with which to satisfy those wants. So what that means is that we have to make choices. So do I want the fancy car to drive to and from work in? Me personally, no. But other people, yeah, that's a really important part of their life. I would prefer to spend that money on holidays. Everyone's different. So we make different choices, but the idea that we have unlimited wants, but resources are limited, it means we are making choices. And that's the study of economics. So that's businesses, individuals or consumers, and governments that are making decisions because they've only got scarce resources. Speaking of resources, these are the resources. We put them into four pretty broad categories, or the first few anyway. So land. These are all the natural resources available. So these are resources that would come about naturally. So talking water, like rivers, waterways, whatnot. The actual land that we're on is a resource. The soil, anything we can grow, including animals, anything that we can dig up from the ground. So even like oil or iron or iron ore is a natural resource. Labor, I think we know what labor is, but it's the physical and mental effort of people put towards the production of goods and services. That's just a fancy way of putting it. We tend to do that in economics. We dress up some of these common sense ideas with really specific language. And capital, these are man-made factors that are put towards, I missed out the word are there, that are put towards production of goods and services. So if we're talking farms, it could be a tractor. If we're talking office, it would be the computer, the desk, etc. Entrepreneurship, this is sort of labor, but sort of not. Refers to the skill of taking risks and combining the other factors of production in innovative ways, essentially in order to make profit. Taking risks, putting together land, labor, and capital in a way that is going to make money. It has to essentially be innovative in some way in order to make profit. Okay, there are also 3 economic questions that every society must answer. And these are: what goods and services should an economy produce? How should the goods and services be produced? And for whom should the goods and services be produced? So who gets the resource? How do we, not the resources, who gets the goods and services? So once we make them, who gets to enjoy them? Right? And every society ever has answered these questions. They might not realize that they're answering these questions, but they are. Right? They've got a capacity to make things. What do they make? Even tribal villages back along thousands of years ago. Do we put our resources, our labor and our natural resources towards making pots or catching fish? Like, we have to make a choice. How should we spend those scarce resources? How should they be produced? What's perhaps the most efficient way of making them, or the highest quality way of making them? And who gets to enjoy them? So in a society like Australia, for a large part, it's who has the most resources themselves. So which individuals own the high value labor. So let's say you're a doctor and you earn multiple hundreds, thousands of dollars a year. You get to enjoy more goods and services than someone who cleans houses for a living, right? Because you earn more money and therefore you can buy more of the goods and services that are produced. In other societies, it's a little bit different, but we will look at those in class. All right. If we've got a broad understanding of these concepts before we come to class, that's going to be great. Okay, thank you.